You ever hear that song, Three Coins in a Fountain? What does that have to do with HouseSmarts, you may ask? Well, check out our next segment.
When you think water, you probably think destination, going to the beach, to the lake, or even to the community pool. But there are ways to include water in your home or yard that will make you feel like you have your very own oasis. From fountains and waterfalls to ponds and gardens, let's find out how to bring the peace and tranquility of the water to our very own homes without the trip.
My name is Jack Haryu from Atlantis Water Gardens. My wife Joanne and I started our business about 2 decades ago out of a passion for building water features. There are a lot of options when it comes to installing a water feature from your home. Something DIY like a patio bowl with a spitter involved, maybe some aquatic plants, is something that can easily be done by a homeowner. Then you can step up to maybe a decorative water feature like a bubbling urn or a sphere. That falls on the spectrum between DIY and professional depending on your skill set. From there, we go to pondless waterfalls. It's going to be a recirculating system that gives you all the sights and sounds of a natural looking stream and waterfall without the maintenance of a pond. And of course, then we have ponds. If you want to have fish and beautiful aquatic lilies and the sights and sounds of the waterfall, a pond is for you. But of course, then you can add things like larger boulders and lighting and beautiful waterfalls. That's when you're going to need the help of a professional. What's great about decorative water features is all the different options on how to make the water fall, whether it's cascading down the side of an urn, creating that whitewater action, or maybe it's coming out as a ribbon waterfall from a patio bowl, giving you that clean looking waterfall. To start the process for installing one of these water features at your home, for us, usually starts with just a few pictures. We get a look at what the access to the backyard is like, what the scope of the work might be, and then we have a discussion about things like what you'd like to see back there and ultimately what the budget might look like. The next step would be an on-site consultation. We're to come out to the home, see what access is like if we need a piece of equipment. The next important thing is going to be visibility. What vantage points do we want to see this water feature from at the home? Inside the kitchen, on the deck, at a patio. We want to consider all these factors before we decide ultimately where it's going to go. If you've always wanted a pond, ecosystem ponds are really a great addition to the backyard. You can have the fish, you can have the aquatic plants, you can have those boulders fitting right into your landscape, making your backyard into a destination spot. The maintenance on a pond can actually be pretty easy if you're incorporating the right pieces, like a skimmer filter that's going to handle the debris that falls on the surface, drawing it into one spot for easy maintenance. Your pump is now housed inside a unit where you're not looking at it inside the bottom of the pond. Now you've got a filter that's actually keeping your pond clean, and you don't have to look at any parts and pieces. It fits beautifully into the landscape. Depending on the type of installation, say like a bubbling urn, that would only require a shovel, a wheelbarrow, and some hand labor, which is not going to really affect your landscape. It should be a fairly simple installation. When you get to larger installations, now you're talking about multiple tons of boulders, usually heavy equipment, large trucks that are coming into the backyard. You're usually looking at a partial to a full landscape rebuild on a large installation. When you install an ecosystem pond in your backyard, it attracts all kinds of wildlife, which is terrific if you want to look at birds and see butterflies and all kinds of other animals. But at the same time, there are predators out there that can go for your fish. Things like fish caves and motion-activated sprinklers can help deter these animals. People spend tons of money every year to go on vacations just to be next to the water, and they want to bring that feeling back home. They walk out the back door, and it's right there for them. Sometimes they want to block out the noise of a busy road. Maybe they just want to frame that window in the back of their house with a beautiful picture of a cascading water feature. Having a water feature gives you a destination to reconnect with your friends and family in the backyard.
Me and my husband always talked about having a water feature or a pond in our backyard. So for our 25th anniversary, our children gifted us the pond, which it was, to us, it was very special. We started out in the morning coming out here with a cup of coffee. We sit around and just watch the wildlife come in. And then also in the evening, we like to sit outside and just listen to the water and the fish. We're always out here enjoying the pond and our backyard a lot more than we used to before.
These small bodies of water are an amazing addition to your landscape, bringing beauty and calm right into your everyday life. They say water is the source of life, so the next time you're thinking of ways to enhance your living experience, why not consider adding a water feature?